See, let's hope for better luck this time for Gav Veltmeyer in the number 3 there. He had a DNF in this one yesterday. Away we go. First race of the day underway.
What about that Nathaniel DeBruce start? Man, that guy knows. Isn't he great off the line? Man, full concentration. And how many guys actually still lay down on the tank and get their starts as well? We've talked about demon starters and how good some of them have been and just what a difference it makes in racing. And for Nathaniel, in fact, he could be starting probably about now and he would still win the race because he's already going to win. But it takes nothing away from his opportunity to do a great start and well done to him. But of course, here we are, Phil, in a second phase as well as we watch to the lights. There we go. 3, 4, 5, when they go out, that's the start. It doesn't take a day for us, which is what it's along. It's nice to see the phases. So go for it. Jordan Burley starting with a very good run yesterday with that win and the best of the lap times. He's back in about 3rd place now. I tell you what, he was a little bit back from him. Now, remembering, of course, the race is absorbed in the overall performance. So these guys show as being back in your sort of 13th, 14th placing. But remembering it's still a completely separate class. They actually score a 1, 2, 3, irrespective of where they are in the overall performance. And one of the reasons we mix these two fields is they're smaller fields by volume, but they also have similar lap times. So it's not as if you've got a chalk and a cheese. You haven't got a disparity between the quality of the riders or the bikes. Of course, in the super lights, you can actually have some quite small machines compared to a 650 twin, you know, the 250s and 500s and the likes. But of course, the performance that they're allowed to do puts out power. Whereas the Pro Twins is actually more a production-based class, and there was chosen in the program as there being one Yamaha and the others are the famous Suzuki SV650. So nice little balance as we go racing for the first race in the sunshine here this morning. Phil, this is Pro Twin in super lights.
Coming up over the top of Sandman again. It's not his 3 at the moment. In this field as well. Watch for him. Jason Easton making up to great to see him making on a little tick path. That's a piece of history in New Zealand motorcycling. So that is the...
I was talking to him yesterday, and the interesting situation is Jason only races when you can't be farming. So he's involved in agricultural cropping, huge big farm, the eastern land between Shannon and Opiki, but it's all weather dependent. So he says if it was too much work to be done, he wouldn't be here. He's got to get the crops in or out. But it's been a poor summer from a cropping point of view. So he's holding racing. So there you go.
So over the line come the Pro Twins here. Burley it is in the front, I think, Neil, as he flashed past our commentary position here. Get that picked up for you. We have a track on the track cameras here. I think the disparity in the laps was only about 2.5 seconds yesterday, so you mentioned before it's pretty darn close.
It was actually Ben Rosedale and Jordan Burley. They're both similar to... I like those two guys because they've actually brightened their bikes and they're not quite... when I say as dull, I'm meaning as a lower colour than a brighter colour, so nothing dull about the bike presentation, but there's just that 0.225 second difference in that one. So former national champion in Ben Rosedale putting all the pressure on the new kid on the block, Jordan Burley. And Geordie, I like the name Burley because Jordan's actually is quite a tall and very strong looking character. Looks like he could play a mean bit of rugby for the Chiefs. Oh, sorry, I mentioned that name again. I knew I shouldn't have.
Did they win it? Did they win it? I think there was an obscure match on Friday. Who did they play?
Yeah, can't be.
Oh, can't be.
Some team anyway. Apparently it was only their beat. Oh, I shouldn't mention that either. But anyway, back to the racing that we've got at this stage, and thoroughly enjoying it. Super lights. And this man, Nathaniel DeBruce, what a young character. Now, folks, you're going to get to meet these people here today because we're going to be bringing those 6 winners, first 3 from Super Lights and from Pro Twins down here and podium after it. So you can come and see them. And somebody as meek and as humble as Nathaniel DeBruce, but underneath it all, he's actually a great attacker and a brilliant racer. How close together are we watching out there, Phil?
Yeah, well, aside from if Nate wasn't in the field, this would be one hell of a close race. Because he's the race leader, and it's daylight for second, folks. In fact, that's not the race leader, that's one of the slow guys in the...
There we go, there's the charge, and we go back in favour again. I think it's changed this time. I think that is Jordan Burley from memory. So Jordan's got the advantage now, and that's been one of the bigger margins that we've seen as well. So Jordan pulled out the striker and made it good work out there with our Pro Twins. But I think it gives you an idea of the depth that we've got in that lineup because it is great to see. And nice to see Gav Veltmeyer. Yeah, shocking day yesterday. 2 classes and 2 DNFs. So not a day to remember here. I bet you there was some burning of the candle last night to get the team Veltmeyer, GV, Gav Veltmeyer racing back, and lovely wife Julie on board to support as she always does. Man, oh man, what a special lady. He's very lucky to have one of those. There's not every racer that gets to have one of those that backs you like there's no tomorrow. So team GVR in good form, and let's hope, touch wood, that it all goes down well. In fact, that's second race, I think, was the last lap before Gav went out in the 300 Super Sport. So well done to him at the moment, having a nice little battle in there. Lovely to have young Jacob Stroud join us last night at the Legends dinner, because of course well after you and I've gone, Phil, he'll be at the Legends dinner, I'm sure. He's probably a legend. Yeah, exactly. There we go. So the big charge is on from these guys as we look out for the attack at this stage, and I'm keen to look out for this Pro Twin rider, because this is a tiny gang of riders, and they're good. Although we can see Jordan Burley and that distinctive advantage that he's got at the moment, unusual in itself, we also have a good challenge on. So Nathaniel Diprose, Dennis Charlotte, Gab Veltmire, Jacob Stroud, Chris Huddlestone in there, another South Islander looking to make some improvement. Of course, a lot of the South Islanders don't get enough track time here at Hampton Downs, so they're always looking to show some improvement on their racing as we look to the update and those Pro Twins. Yes, Jordan. Oh, Liam Underwood getting it. So there's Ben Rosendale. Hello, that's a drop back, isn't it? He's got his technologies in the 1/10 of a second, and here's the there it is, hey, close together. There's nothing like that. In fact, it was almost like there was a little bit of shoulder. Could you feel his shoulder? A little bit of a nudge through there, Phil, as they angled their way through, and keen to update when we get a result. I think it might have been a change of wind. That was Liam Underwood, I think. So the last 3 laps have had 3 different leaders for Pro Twins. How good is that?
Well, no different leader with the Super Lights, because Nathaniel Diprose just coming out of the Porsche Dipper and heading down the short chute now. And he's just stretching it. Well, he did it yesterday too. I think he got the margin out to nearly 5 seconds. So he's going even quicker this time around from Dennis Charlotte, and Huddleston. Yes. Liam Underwood is leading the Pro Twins. Neil's just giving me the heads up as we have a look at the timing monitors here at Hampton Downs. There's Nathaniel. And you mentioned it's so quiet. I did an interview with him a couple of years ago when he was on the 600s at Real Puna. He had to turn up all the dials on the cameras just to get some volume out of him. But a thoroughly nice young man. And been around for a while too, certainly in the Auckland scene, and for the last few years on the national scene too.
And nice to see him double classing with having a go on the 600 again here on his home track. Not quite as competitive as he is compared to the Super Lights field when he dominates it, but that experience on 600s is unmeasurable. It's great as far as your overall racing career is concerned. It's, staying on small bikes is one thing. The other one in there is Ben Rosendale, so there they go through there again, so close to look, and Burley, I think, is the man that's got the advantage, nose in front, so effectively now we wind the clock back, so the first 3 laps had 3 different leaders in the pack for our Pro Twins, and when they're all over each other like that, it's just so close and exciting. And what about the lines when they peel off down through that turn number 1? How exciting to look for those guys there laying it on the line on Pro Twin racing. Yes, not indeed the power that you might otherwise have get with a performance enhanced bike, but of course it's another one of our production-based classes with our Pro Twin family, and nice to be friends with them on Facebook, and you might like as well if you know anybody in the group or you just want to follow more racing and how they've got themselves a little riding group there, and the people behind it was started by Rob Woodall when he was in the family, and although he's moved up with a huge bigger twin now, he's probably in the Super Lights. Nice to see the Pro Twin fraternity still keeping up their positive banter about our great sport. So the Pro Twins incorporated with our Super Light racing here today in the Nathaniel Diprose Benefit Day.
Man, it sure is, and the white flag will come out this time, so he's going to put another one in the book without too much challenge at all. But you mentioned this Pro Twin race, Liam Underwood, Ben Rosendale, and a couple of the others there just trying to latch onto that bunch, and Nick Kane amongst them. So we'll keep an eye on that, but I'm just looking around the track, just making his way around the high pool hairpin and heading up into the Porsche Dipper now. That's Nathaniel Diprose, and just like he did yesterday, he has slain this field. It's well out to 7 seconds now, the advantage over second place, and the last time we looked that was Dennis Charlotte. We'll check that for you as they come up. This is the Pro Twin battle as we have a look at it. about a national championship here today. It's the penultimate round of the New Zealand Superbike Road Racing Championship, and this is race 1 of 2 for the weekend for the Pro Lights and the Pro Twins, I should say, and the Super Lights. Super Lights, the new name for Formula 3, and that Kiwi ingenuity at its very, very best.
Here indeed, so remembering the 2 races combined with the one, we'll have 2 podiums immediately after the race. We'll be here, we'll be live on Ctas down here at the podium underneath the commentary box just by the finish line. So for those of you over in the apartments or on the embankment, or even if you're in the pitch, you can come around the front and meet these riders in person. First of our podiums today, there we go with Nathaniel, but I'm looking for this next one. Will it be Gab Veltmeyer after his bad luck from yesterday? Can he pick the challenge of Dennis Charlotte, or will it be the Dennis Charlotte show? And Dennis has got it, Dennis has got it, yes indeed, 15 there over the number 3 of the great Gab Veltmeyer, but at least he got a finish. I'm sure he'll be positive about that. So 88.15.3, that's the points order they are overall. Still looking out now for the Pro Twins, the battle within the race. Remembering that there was quite a delayed start in that split group before the Pro Twins got underway. So we wait for those guys. Of course, no lapping amongst all those leaders, as we talked about before. Similar times, which is why the Super Light and Pro Twin joined together as one class. Other years have had 1, 2, 5s with any of these, but it's of the biggest of those 3 classes, they get to stand alone. The smaller 2 get to be combined, as they have similar lap times to operate. Will it be...
Well, I can tell you, Neil, they'll come up the hill. There'll be 3 of them together.
Oh,
so
great.
It's going to be a banner finish once again. We saw that in the Gixxer Cup yesterday, and I think we're going to see it here.
I think it was Underwood. I think it was Underwood, the orange. We went back to Jordan Burley, so I think it's going to be Liam Underwood is the one we're going to pick up on. And to think that he was only lying 4th in the points after his South Island visit, so look out for the 85. I think we're going to see in there, and then we're going to go to Jordan Burley, the number 3, and I think we're going to have then, of course, Ben Rosendale, and Ben didn't make the trip to the South Island for the point, so he's picking up actually his first point.